Welcome back to this second episode in the Beginners Vinyasa series. This is where we break down the foundations of the Vinyasa sequence, and it's a really nice introduction. We follow the same structure and we really get to grips with moving with the breath. So I would recommend having some blocks just near you in case you need it for any extra support today. And we're going to start in a seated position. Try and come to a cross-legged position if you can, closing down the eyes. Hands can just be placed wherever is comfortable for you now. And we're just going to take a minute to just notice the breath. Don't change anything about it right now. Just observe it. So just observe it flowing in through your nostrils, into your body, and then all the way back up out of the body and flowing out through the nostrils. Taking a couple of deep breaths now. So we're going to inhale deep down from the lower belly in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh all the breath out. 2 more. Breathing in deep down from the lower belly. And exhaling out through the mouth. Final one, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then sealing up the lips. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose now. Your normal natural rhythm. And we're going to take the same that we did in our previous class. So we're going to take a warm up, including our sun salutations, and then our main sequence with our standing poses, and then making our way down onto the floor for our cool down and our shavasana. So fluttering open the eyes when you're ready. Left hand's going to go to floor, right arm sweeps all the way up and over, take a side bend. Make sure both of your seat bones are pressed down into the floor. And then inhaling, both arms up to center. Exhale, right hand goes down, left overhead, side bend. One more time, into the center, both arms up. And then left palm down, right arm overhead. Inhale to center, the right palm to floor, left arm up and over. And then back up to center. We're going to roll over the ankles, make your way to a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hips, pointing the toes, and then inhaling to drop the belly, gaze forward. And then exhale to round through the spine, look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch the back, gazing forward. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the back, gaze to the navel. 2 more. Inhaling to arch through the back, pull the shoulders back here, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale to round through the back. Final one, inhaling to drop the belly, arch the back. And then exhale to round it through, gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, come to neutral. We're going to swivel the right leg, so the toes are going to come on the outside of the mat, knee in the center. Extend the left leg all the way out, left arm goes up. So this is your modified side plank. Just holding for a breath. And then exhale it fully. And then bringing the left hand back down, back to your tabletop. Same on the other side. So swiveling the left foot out to the side this time. Right leg goes all the way out, toes down to the floor, right arm up. Two more breaths. Really pressing through the fingertips on the mat, pushing the floor away from you. And then exhale, come back to your tabletop position. We're going to walk our hands slightly forward, drop the elbows down and come all the way down, hips to floor for your Sphinx pose. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. We're going to press the pubic bone down into the floor and then pull the shoulders back to lengthen through the spine. One more breath. And then we're going to tuck the hands underneath the shoulders, send it all the way back for your first down dog of your practice today. Taking a pedal through the legs, given it's our first one. And then pressing through the shoulders. Bending through the knees if you need. And then inhaling to gaze forward, bend the knees. Walk your way all the way to the front of the mat. Come into a forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then inhaling to roll all the way up to the top. Take the shoulders, roll them back. We're going to do one round of Seria A, which is what we did in the previous video, and then we're going to do a round of Seria B. So we're going to come, big toes touch, heels slightly apart, hands by your side, palms forward. Just close the eyes for a minute and take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale to arrive, feet are pressed down into the floor. Flutter open the eyes, take the palms together. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold it down towards a forward fold. Inhale to halfway, perhaps palms on shins. Exhale, fold it down to the floor, step it back, high plank. Knees down, untuck the toes, chest and chin down to the floor. Inhale, come forward, baby cobra, elbows bent. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Checking your downward facing dog position. If you want to check it, you can come forward to your high plank. Check you're in your correct high plank position and adjust if you need to. And then just keep the hands and the feet where they are. Send the hips all the way back to down dog. 2 more breaths. Final breath in through the nose. And exhale fully. Inhale to bend the knees. Look forward and step to the front of the mat. Come up to your halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, palms go down to floor, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. And then exhale, hands down by your side for your mountain pose. Seria B. We're going to take our chair pose, so heels slightly apart. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, come to your chair pose. Just look down, check you can see your big toes, and send the hips down a little bit more. And then exhale, hands come to floor, forward fold. Inhale to come up, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to floor, step it back, high plank. Perhaps knees, chest and chin, or perhaps your chaturanga. Knees can come down, untuck the toes, Shift the weight slightly forward over the wrists, bend the elbows to 90 degrees and stop. And then inhale to come forward, perhaps thighs off for up dog. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg is gonna come to sky. Point through the toe and bring the right knee into your chest. Step it through, coming up to your high lunge. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, palms come all the way down to the floor. Step it back, high plank. Knees, chest and chin, or your chaturanga. And then inhaling to up dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. This time inhaling, left leg goes to sky. The left knee into chest. Step it through. Come up to your high lunge. And then inhale through the nose, take a breath. Exhale, take the palms down to floor. Step it back, high plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. And then inhaling to come up for your back bend. And then exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Bending the knees as much as you need to focus on a flat spine. Final breath in. And then bending the knees, gazing forward, stepping to the front of the mat, come up to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down to the floor. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms, come back to your chair pose. And then exhale, stand tall, mountain pose. Really good. So now we're going to move on to our standing seat. So we're going to start in our chair pose where we just were. So we're going to bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Take the weight back into the heels and send the hips down further. Exhale fully. And then bring the right knee in towards your chest. Step it all the way back behind you. Really slowly step it back to your high lunge. Relaxing through the shoulders. And then exhaling, we're going to take the arms all the way down, shift the weight forward into your arrow lunge. Doing that again. Inhaling to come up high lunge. And then exhale, coming to arrow, arms by your side. Holding for the inhale. And then exhale, we're going to shift the weight slightly forward, coming to a warrior 3. So right leg is lifted back behind us, arms by our side. And then exhale, step it back, come back to your high lunge. Open it out wide for your warrior 2, bending into the left leg. Staying for one full breath in. And then flipping the left palm, right hand comes to back of leg, left comes all the way up to reverse the warrior. We really want to open through the top shoulder. One more breath. And then exhale, we're going to bring that left forearm to left thigh. Sweep the right arm up and over to our side angle pose. We want to take the bicep to cover the ear. Staying strong for 2 more breaths. And then coming back up to your warrior 2. Straightening through the left leg. Turn the left toes to face the back. And then bring the heels in. We're going to take a goddess pose. So just adjust as you need to. Heels are going to come in, toes out to the side. Cactus the arms out wide to the side. And then exhale to bend into the legs, sink the hips down. Making sure we're not too far backwards or forwards. We're nicely stacked the shoulders above the hips. 2 more breaths. And then exhale fully. Inhale to straighten through the legs, hands on the hips. Look forward and step it to the front of the mat, bending into the legs, sweeping the arms, coming to your chair pose. Exhale, stand it tall, mountain pose. We're going to take second side now. So inhale to bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Shifting the weight into the heels and just seeing if you can wiggle your toes. Sink the hips down for a full breath in. And exhale fully. Then inhale, left knee comes towards the chest. We're going to step it all the way back to our high lunge. Left toes down to the floor. Arms on top of the shoulders, just covering the ears. And then exhale, shifting forward to our arrow lunge. Arms come by your side. Inhale, coming up to high lunge. Exhaling to arrow, second time. Hold for a breath. This time shifting the weight forwards and coming into your warrior 3. Left toes flexed. Staying for 1 more breath. And then step it back to your high lunge. Don't worry if you're wobbly like me. And open it out wide to your warrior 2, bending into the right leg. Taking 2 more breaths in your warrior 2. And then inhaling, flipping the right palm, left hand to back of leg, or right arm sweeps up to reverse the warrior. Open through the right shoulder. Final breath. And then exhaling, right forearm to right thigh, left arm sweeps up and over, side angle pose. 3 breaths. The bicep covers the ear. 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, come all the way back to your warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Take the right toes out to the side. Bring the heels in. And make your way to your goddess pose. So heels are in, toes out wide. Inhale, arms come out to the side, cactus them out wide. And then exhale to bend into the knees, drop the hips down. Squeeze the knees out wide to the side, pull the arms out wider. 3 breaths. And then inhale to straighten through the legs, hands come onto the hip, gaze towards the front, step it back to the front of the mat, and then inhale to sweep the arms, chair pose. Exhale, stand tall, mountain pose. We're going to cool it down now, so inhaling, take the arms overhead, and then exhaling, palms come to floor. Stepping it all the way back to your downward facing dog. Taking a pedal through the knees, whatever you need, or perhaps just taking some stillness to quieten through the mind. And then bringing the knees down to the floor on the inhale. Sweep the legs all the way round towards the front. We're going to take a seated forward fold. So fingertips to floor, inhaling to lengthen. And then exhaling, you can stay here, or you can walk the hands further forward. Maybe hands can reach the toes, maybe not. Just taking whatever's comfortable. We want to try and keep a flat spine here. If we round through the back, we can compress quite a lot. It just causes quite a lot of hunching. So pull the shoulders back, chest goes forward and lengthening through the spine for 2 more breaths. And then coming all the way up, rolling all the way down onto your back. However is comfortable. Bring the knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Release the lower back. And then perhaps staying here, or maybe taking a happy baby. So hands come on the outside of the feet. You want to pull the knees towards your armpits and maybe take a rock from side to side. Just 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then bringing the knees back into your chest. Plant the feet down onto the floor, soles of the feet together, knees out wide to the side. Now the hands just drop out to the side for your reclined butterfly pose. Noticing how your body feels at the end of your practice. And staying for 3 more breaths. And then perhaps staying here for your Shavasana. Or maybe you want to extend the legs all the way out. Make yourself as comfortable as you need to be. Relaxing everything back and down into your mat. And then bringing some movement back to your body. Maybe taking a wiggle through the fingers and the toes. Maybe take a stretch. And then however you wish, making your way back to your seated position, just like where we started the class today. Closing down the eyes and just taking a moment to check in. Check in on your mind and your body at the end of this class. Noticing any differences or any sensations that you might be feeling. And when you're ready, taking the palms to your heart center, and inhale brings the thumbs to the forehead. And if it's in your practice, you can say namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I will be uploading 2 more videos in this series, so hopefully I'll see you in my next video.